You kept pushing on, but then you went too far. When your ship has sailed and all your dreams are lost, everything is wrong, you feel like it's your fault. Just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life feels lemons, just hold me. Just hold me. Just hold me. You're stronger now than you ever been. You gotta leave now, it's time to catch the wind. You will climb up high and look through the clouds. And when you're feeling low, I know you'll bounce back. Oh.
All right, everybody, and welcome to the Ayers iRacing Paint 200 here at Richmond. I am James Riles, and with me in the booth is Emily. Emily, one moment. How are you doing tonight? Are you excited to see these wicked guys get moving?
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's Daytona, right? It's going to be an interesting race. You know, anything could happen here.
Richmond.
Richmond. My bad.
Oh, yeah, I was like, oh, is it Daytona? Jeez Louise. But yeah, we're at Richmond today, folks. Going to be an exciting one for you. Let me get everything up on my end. Hope everybody's having a good day so far. We've got a ton of action here on ESPN going on tonight. We have a charity race on later. We have the Circle B Diecast series going on right now. And here we go. We're going to have some racing from the Wicked Sim guys here tonight. So let's go ahead and go over the grid for the Wicked Sim Racing Series. Chris Wheeler is going to be up top for Blue Motorsports with a 22.37. Brock Whitehead is going to be on his outside. Row 2, Alonzo Chicano and Chris Hubka. Row 3, Stephen Ayers and Ryan Sizemore. Then we got Joseph Madigan and Alexander Kerfan. They're going to be row 4. Row 5, Noah Owens and Jeremy Richmond. Then Charles Whitehead and Robert Zachary Derrick. Only 12 drivers here, but I think we saw the same thing last time, and we saw a bunch of really good racing, Emily.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I guess I guess last night. Well, no, last night was Thursday, but Wednesday. I was just watching the broadcast for another league. We do. WSGRL. They're also running Richmond 2 in these cars, so I know a little bit more information about these cars and how they run here.
Definitely. And I know that it's going to be interesting, to say the least. It's always interesting with cars come here. So give you guys the lowdown. Of course, we are at Richmond, a 0.72 mile motor speedway in Richmond, Virginia. Running the full configuration, right about sea level. But it's nice outside. It's about 64 degrees. It's overcast. Going into the night, going to be under the lights here pretty soon. So not going to be too big of a deal to get in here and try and keep those tires clean, which has been so important throughout all the short tracks with this tire model.
Oh yeah, and I mean, 64 degrees, that's really nice out too, and the track temp's going to be, grippy, and that's what these drivers like to have out here, especially in these cars that are really a handful at these short tracks, if you think about it.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely grippy, definitely they're going to be able to do a lot more to the car, especially how Richmond, what we've seen is just a bunch of just really fun racing. Crossovers, these guys are going to be crossing each other over. They're going to be trying out the high line, bottom line. It really just depends on how your driving style is, but we've seen it all work.
Oh yeah, and by chance, do you want to go look over the point standings? We just got that.
Yeah, definitely. So we just got the point standings. I'll let you go over that as I'm getting some things set up.
All right. So, first of all, I mean, we've seen him fast all the time, at least from what I've seen, is Alonzo leading it with 97 points, and behind him in second, Dakota Knoll, I believe, 4 points behind him. Then, landslide, I gotta say, 76 points for Alexander in third. And Brock Savalti, I think I'm saying that right. In fourth at 71 points. Fifth, Eddie Morse with 68. Sixth, Noah Owens with 66 points. 7, Chris Hupka, your, I believe, league owner, with 65 points. Oh, no. No
he
Owens,
owns another
right?
league we do. I did the same exact thing where I got it wrong.
My bad. Noah Owens is a league owner. My bad. Chris Hupka and DJ Daniel tied with points, 65-65 for 7th and 8th. Then 9th and 10th, we got Ryan Sizemore, Aaron Brown tied with 61 points as well. In 11th, Mike Sabaniski with 58 points, following behind him, 1 point behind Brock Whitehead. Then following 13th, Cam Caldwell, 55 points. 14th, Jeremy Richmond, 53, 2 points behind 13th. 15th, Joseph Madigan with 50 points. 16th, Zach Derritt with 33 points. Stephen Ayers Jr., 29 points in 17th. 18th, you got Matthew Campbell with 28 points. 19th, Chris Wheeler with 26 points. 20th, Cliff Corvia. I butchered that so bad. One of our bosses with 21 points. And 21st, rounding out it, is Charles Whitehead with 20 points.
And as we get done with that, the 38 car is going to take the green flag. Chris Wheeler gets beat on the outside by the 31 of Brock Whitehead. This is how it's going to be all race, ladies and gentlemen. Whoever gets that jump is going to be the advantage. Of course, the fast side is always the bottom side. But here at Richmond, you're going to see that top line kind of come unto itself, especially with these next-gen race cars. They really like that top line and the run they get off of it. As the 38 and the 31, Brock Whitehead and Chris Wheeler going neck and neck out of lap number 1 into turn 2.
Oh yeah, and I mean, these cars actually, as they go 3 wide, I mean, really? It's from, ooh, as, what is that, the 25?
That was Alonzo Chicano who went flying through the turn and actually went into the 31 of Chris Hupka, or 31 of Brock Whitehead, who now is going to have to battle for 4th. After, I don't know if Alonzo may be shifting to fourth. Oh, payback coming to 25, going to be in the wall. 31 going to be taking over in third.
Should bring out caution, I believe.
He's good. He's going to get it rolling. Alonzo Chicano, that is, wow. Fireworks already, folks. Chris Wheeler loves to see it as they are going to bring
caution.
Yep. They're going to bring out the caution.
And who was that for?
It may have been an admin caution. I don't see anything in maybe telling them to, hey, let's calm down. We got a long race ahead of us.
Everybody. Oh yeah, I mean that was aggressive too.
Yeah, and it all started with this pass, ladies and gentlemen. As Alonzo makes the move to the very bottom and just locks him up, getting into the 31, catching the wall there. But then
the 31 was not happy about that, you can tell.
He was not. So take a look. This is right before it happened.
Hey, I mean, at these short tracks, tempers do flare.
Yeah, Brock has his number. Here's his bumper, and that's going to turn 25. So now they're going to be heading to the pits. I'm sure NASCAR is going to give the word. So hey guys, keep it clean. So 200 laps here. But it's not the Daytona 500. That changed. Hopefully everyone can see here. So yeah, Emily, Richmond, it's short track. That's just short track racing, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, really, that's where tempers start flaring. I mean, we see that at Martinsville, we see that at Bristol. There's a lot of tracks out here. You know, tempers will start flaring, and I mean, right there, we saw it. And they just gotta be cautious. I mean, there's only 12 drivers in this. If they can keep it up, race clean, it's gonna be a really good race. I mean, from last week, ooh, it's gonna be some great racing.
Definitely. They're gonna get rolling again. Hopefully the radio is playing some good down-home music to calm everybody down. As let's see, Bright Walk crash. Replay of what happened there. So they have had to just pull over and let some folks by him.
And I mean, I bet he probably got an EOL for that. I mean, honestly, I feel like it was somebody wanted to, you know, try to get that overtaken, but failed at it. So, I mean, really comes down to a racing incident. Also, people not being aware on the track.
Yeah, and, you know, that's up for the drivers to decide. I know if I take that hit, if I am Brock Whitehead and I take that hit, I'm going to be angry. The 12-car field, you're able to get back up there. No problem at all. So it is what it is, folks, but we're going to get back rolling. Chris Wheeler, who started in first, did not want to see that caution come out, but Chris Hubka, the two Chris's running the front line, does want to see it. Chris in the 36 M&M's machine.
And I mean, all these cars, again, look beautiful tonight.
They do. I love the paints. I love, especially, we'll get to it, the 62 of Stephen Ayers. As the green flag is out, the 3 of Ryan Sizemore beating the bumper off the 36. Did not like that jump, as Chris Wheeler definitely has a better jump that time. Chris Hupka really slowed down there. He's dropped back to 4th from 2nd. Stephen Ayers and Noah Owens are going to go at it.
Oh yeah, I mean, at this rate, I believe here, if I'm correct, from last week, you lead one lap, you get a point, and I mean, at that point, you want to try to get laps led, you want to try to get stage points, I bet, and I mean, here, you do got to be careful with what you do. I mean, like we saw earlier, if you send it way too far in that corner too fast, you'll send it straight up into that wall. Yeah,
definitely, as the 99 catches the wall just a teensy bit, and one of those with a couple really good finishes. He's not really worried about points. He is not even on the points. He's a sub.
Oh yeah, and I mean,
Oh,
really.
he's third. He's third. I'm sorry.
Ooh,
76. Oh,
88. Ooh, what was that?
that was Noah Owens, and they're still wrecking. Kerfan, the 99. The 62 of Steven Ayers trying to dodge that.
Ah, he got loose coming off of turn 4, it looks like. And that will do it.
There's a lot of incidents there.
You can just see that back end get out from underneath that car. And at that point, you're along with the ride once you do that. Because, I mean, these cars, you get that loose, you're going straight into that wall. I've done it myself multiple times.
What was going on with Noah Owens there as he got involved? For Jeremy Richmond. That was absolutely just the weirdest place
Oh, yeah.
for a bunch of folks to get hurt.
Yeah.
Just a case of not braking for the incident. Even Ayers gets involved, comes back up the track. Luckily, these things are very durable, I guess.
They're alright. I mean, you still gotta be careful with what you hit.
For sure. As that's gonna do it for them. I think everybody's gonna get back out. Of course, Brock Whitehead, he is gonna get his lap back on the lucky dog. Joseph Madigan did not start the race, so he is gonna have to wait one lap to get his lucky dog back. Alonzo Chicano comes in, Steven Ayers, Alexander Kerfan, and Jeremy Richmond.
And can I mention, Chris Wheeler out there running strong with 2/10 fastest than the whole field. I mean, before that caution came out, he was almost a second between him and the second place car.
Yeah, and he's loving watching them battle. That's what he wants to see. At Richmond, can't hope for caution flags, especially with this car count. You really got to go out there and expect a long run. I'm actually surprised that Chris Wheeler, Chris Hubka, Ryan Sizemore did not decide to come down pit road because they're going to have the advantage because they're already fast.
Oh, yeah.
But
and
now,
I mean,
you give Noah Owens, Jeremy Richmond, those guys, they do have a faster pair in this league, I believe. You give those guys...
I can check that for you.
Yeah, for sure. But you give these guys 13 laps of fuel on you, that could be make or break later on down the line.
Yeah, I mean, really, you don't pit now, and we go on that long green flag run, and those people that pitted now, they're going to be able to go 14 more laps than you will be able to do.
For sure. Now, folks, it's Joseph.
And there
Madigan
is
out
one
there.
faster here confirmed.
There we go.
As well, 4 tire sets on the car, and 1 obviously on it right now.
Yeah. So, guys, if you are watching, we appreciate the heck out of you. If you're watching the replay, go ahead and smash that like button. If you're not watching the replay, if you're live, guys, appreciate you guys. Appreciate the guys here at the Wicked Sim Racing Cup Series. Of course, Blues Race Designs, Ayers iRacing Paints. We appreciate the heck out of those two, as well as Eclipse Photography. As we get the one to go here. Absolutely good group of guys. Short car count today. I know there's a lot going on. A lot of people getting some weather, some other sorts of stuff. So,
Oh yeah, and I'm getting some weather right now, but you know, my engine's still going strong, so I'm here with you guys tonight.
There you go. As Chris Wheeler's going to have the button for the 3rd time in the row. Chris Hubka trying to get a better start, hopefully taking what he learned last time to that outside row behind that Ford Mustang pace car.
And you can see some of these guys, sort of, going back and forth, trying to warm those tires up, as we go green. So they have a little bit of heat in those tires as they really haven't got a long green flag run. And as Chris Wheeler brings it to the field, we do go green, he pulls the trigger. And again, he's just pulling from that field. And, that just shows you that he's done a lot of practice. He's, comfortable with this track, and that's what we like to see.
Yeah, definitely. These cars are a lot different than what they used to be, especially if you're used to the you're used to the Gen 6 and you come in here and you have to deal with the sequential transmission, restarts are really rough. They're really rough, really hard to find out what gear you need to be in and then sneak through. But these drivers doing a heck of a job there. As Chris Hubka this time gets it figured out. Ryan Sizemore going to be up there in that Chrome Dome 3 machine. And Chris Wheeler in first. We got Jeremy Richmond and Alonzo Chicano trying to make his way back around from his incident earlier. As Brock Wethead right behind him. Hopefully the spotters have been talking and they water under the grid. Let's get you rolling.
Oh yeah, and I mean really, the amount of cars out here. Ooh, this is gonna be a good race. Especially a small track, 12 cars out here. Once they get spread out, it's really gonna be a green flag run from here. Seeing what happens, it's gonna be a pit strategy. I feel like when it comes down, if they keep on going green.
Yeah, definitely. I'd also like to shout out the Coney Setup Shop, our sponsor for this thing. Coming on board and supporting the league. Hey, we got our own sim shop we get behind, but everybody that out here that makes a living off this thing, I know McConey's fast. So if you're looking for a place, hey, these guys support the leagues. We have another caution. Steven Ayers looks to be the cause of this one.
And again, I believe that's off of turn 4, right?
That was turn 2.
Yeah, I mean, from what I've seen, 4 and 2 is where you have to be careful. Because personally, I know. Ooh,
That was
the 13.
Mr. Robert Zachary Derrick. We're gonna have to go back a little bit early to find out what happened with that, folks. Because this can happen, guys. This can happen where you're trying to get past somebody. You're trying to working on somebody for a long time, and then that one, ooh, that was not the 13 at all. That was the 62. Came about 3 lanes down. Did not know the 13 was that close. Very unfortunate, though, because he hit the wall hard with that right rear.
And that has to rip those tires as well.
Definitely. So Robert Zachary Derrick's going to come down pit road, get his stuff changed. Chris Wheeler, boy, his view from the back, the back of that beautiful pace car there.
And I mean, we're going to start seeing these drivers probably going down. I really say maybe a lap 50 to 60. I think they get on fuel tank. I'm not sure with Richmond, but I say 60 is a possibility they can come down. I mean, really, I think they're going for, laps led. And I believe there's stages, correct?
Yes, there should be a stage at the 25% mark and the 50% mark. That'll be lap 50 and lap 100.
So I feel like they're going to be waiting out to lap 50 and 100. I mean, I fully know you can go 50 laps on a set of tires and 50 laps on fuel. And that's something they're probably aiming for so they can keep those positions and not lose any.
Definitely. As folks, we're going to go ahead and turn it up for this next restart. Let you guys go on board. Take a quick break. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back here. You were under caution one more time. Looks like the 3 got it wrong all on his own, and then everyone trying to avoid it was not able to. So this is what started it. Ryan Sizemore on his own. You gotta roll into that. If especially in these cars, that correction with the rack and pinion steering is what is going to do it. So we'll go on board with Ryan as this issue happens, and I want you guys pay attention to the hands. Pay attention to Ryan's hands as he does this. And I'm not saying that I would do any different. This is muscle memory from the old cars, folks. You have to save it. But here, you can't make that mistake of trying to overcorrect. As you see, just a little bit overcorrects, and there's no saving it. These cars are just too responsive for that. So, folks, that's what you're seeing. I'll get that turned up off the screen. Let us know in the chat who you're rooting for. We're
You want to pull somebody in the chat?
yeah, go for it.
All right, give me 1 second while I pull our race scooter in the chat. All right, Chris, this is Emily and James in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I do. How you doing?
Doing well. What are you thinking about the track tonight? How's it feeling for you?
It's actually feeling really good, suiting my driving style really well. I'm just trying to bide my time and not overdrive the car, making sure I'm nice and straight before I pin the throttle, because I see a lot of guys having a lot of trouble with grip on exit, and I was doing that in practice a little bit, and I kind of figured it out, I think.
Oh yeah, I mean, at this track, it's really being careful when you come out of those turns that we've seen it, already. There's a little overcorrection and you get straight into that wall. You're really fast here. We see about almost a half second to a second faster than all these guys. You got any tips and tricks out here?
I haven't even raced this car at this track yet until about 20 minutes into practice, and I don't know. I'm just trying to point it and brake hard and just let it roll through the center. That's the biggest thing. Let it roll, and even when I feel like I need to put the throttle down, I wait a little bit longer. Just I'm being really patient with it. It's paying dividends.
Oh yeah, and I mean, James, you got anything else on, bud?
Yeah, Chris. So is the cooler temperatures and the nighttime racing actually hurting the grip on these cars, not letting them get up to speed with all the yellows?
Well, I noticed about 10 to 12 laps in, my tires really started gripping up a lot more. I'd imagine. I don't know if I don't know enough about these cars or the tires to tell if the cooler temperatures are hurting it. Typically it helps with grip, but these cars are just so difficult. They're very unforgiving, where if you get them a little sideways, then try to correct it and it hooks, you're done for.
Definitely. Well, Chris, you got the one to do. Good luck, and good luck on another restart.
All right, I appreciate it.
All right, and as we get ready to go green. Looks like we got Noah Owens in the care center, so possibly next caution, you want to bring him in here?
Yeah, well, if we get a little green flag, we'll bring him in.
All right.
So, folks, here we go. We're going to rack them and stack them for another time. Chris Wheeler has the button. He's been going a little bit late, stacking up the field. This time, same thing. Gets a little bit late start, running through with the 98 of Jeremy Richmond, who is up 8 positions so far. Your biggest mover. He's got some speed, but can he do anything to touch Chris Wheeler?
And I mean, these cars here, like, you gotta be gentle with it. I mean, going into these turns, keeping it steady, and like Chris Wheeler said, you gotta roll it, or you're gonna have trouble with fading out like we've seen here so far.
Yeah, for sure. As Chris Wheeler, Jeremy Richmond, and Alonzo Chicano now stuck between a couple folks, and this is what gets people in trouble. They start falling back or having to push a little bit more than their skill will allow, and there's a hump coming off of 2, and in that hump is where a lot of people are going to lose this, as we got a huge battle here for second. Jeremy Richmond and Alonzo Chicano making his way back up, turning that taking that turn just a little bit different, arcing it out of the exit. See if he can pull the same move he did earlier, taking it to the very bottom. This time it sticks, and he's going to have that position.
And I mean, Alonzo racing here, I mean, he's also fast, so he's going to try to catch up. Ooh. As, I believe that's Hubka?
That was our leader, Chris Wheeler.
Ooh. And again,
get that thing turned around. Oh, that is unfortunate for Chris Wheeler. Let's take a look. Can't help but think that was a little broadcaster's curse issue, as he almost had that thing saved, and then just
yeah, he just got loose coming out of that. I mean, he did really good to save that car, though.
Definitely. So Alonzo Chicano inheriting the lead. Jeremy Richmond in second place. Only 10 laps to go till that stage break. As Hubka sticking his nose in there, trying to be a part of this battle. If I'm Hubka and I'm in third, what's your strategy to let these guys go?
I mean, honestly, I would stick it out. We still got what, 160 left to go here. Still a long race left. I say let them battle out, let them, you know, wear down their tires, you know, get into first. I mean, really, your point is trying to get in stage points. I mean, he's going to be third in stage points so far, and that's going to get him points. So, as long as he can push for the last 10, 15 laps of this race, that's where it counts the most.
Definitely. As Alonzo trying to check out here, he's got that car right. Jeremy Richmond trying to put some pressure, and this is where it's going to kind of switch up, as Alonzo is going to be looking for the crossover here. He decided to take the high line, and look at the run he got off the high line.
Oh yeah, and I mean, they're just going to keep on battling out. And I understand Hubka, you know, just chilling back there, watching them fight it out. Hopefully, you know, I mean, they might wreck out, or they might just run up their tires, where he can easily just go past them and, you know, just gain some time. If he needs to pit, he has some time to spare.
Definitely is. This is what is going to happen pretty much for the remainder of the race. We got 5 vehicles out front. Chris Wheeler 12 seconds behind, trying to use his lap times to get up. This is your battle for 4th. Joseph Madigan and Brock Whitehead. As obviously the quickest way around is the bottom, but if they can get that crossover, Joseph Madigan, that's something to look at. Is there we go. You see it, the crossover coming. Nothing doing, though. I think he dove in a little bit too deep and asked that car to do too much. His lap 45 ticks away.
And really, that's one thing you gotta be careful with. Don't in there too much. You gotta go in there, roll it in, and you gotta be careful with when you put the pedal to the metal. I mean, you put it straight to the pedal to the metal, and you come out of that corner, you're spinning straight away.
Definitely, as Brock trying to work his way back up to Alonzo, Jeremy, and Chris. As these guys all have made some moves. Alonzo started in 3rd. Jeremy Richmond started in 10th. Chris Hubka in 3rd. So 4th, sorry. So everybody really just trying to get in there. But now, just the lap car of Alexander Kerfan, trying to get his lap back the old-fashioned way. If you look at his times, he's got the speed. 3rd fastest on the track with that issue he had earlier. Got to try and decide how hard he wants to battle these leaders with only 3 laps to go left in the stage.
Oh yeah, and I mean, really, at this point, they're going to be going, you know, back to that single file line, trying to make one move on the other. I mean, really, at this point, it's just trying to make it to end with Richmond, as I've seen from the past. Richmond can be a little challenging later in the race when you're on old tires.
Yeah, definitely. So, here, I mean, folks, let us know who you got. We got a couple cheering for Alonzo. Like to see that. Go get them Ayers, a couple of Ayers fans. Steven sitting in 6th position right now after his incident. Keep shouting us out. Let us know who you got. Appreciate you guys watching. As the battle for first is still Chicano, Richmond, and Hubka, and I don't think these guys are going to try and be changing anything, as they will do it at the conclusion of lap 51, if we're not wrong. This isn't the stage.
And I think it might be. I mean, it would make sense.
Hopka just trying
And
to let him go and let the 99 get by with no issues. No reason to burn your stuff up.
Oh yeah, and I mean that 99's out there too. Oh, and there goes the stage break. The caution has been thrown, so that leads off with Alonzo, Jeremy, and Chris Hubka rounding out your top 3 for stage points. And is it top 10 for stage points in this league? Or 5?
I want to say 5.
Alright, so that's gonna allow Alonzo, to rack up more points. I mean, he's out there getting those points. He's been fast all season, and he's shown it here.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he's shown that he can be fast. Now Chris Wheeler is going to get the opportunity to get back up there and show that he deserves to be up front. Because everyone else is pitted, but I don't think anyone's going to try and take it any farther than it has to be. As Alonzo Chicano going to come down, not going to try and juke anybody out. Looks like the 3 of Ryan Sizemore is going to have to stay out to try and get his lap back. Noah Owens doing the same. Everybody else coming down pit road.
8 cars left on the lead lap, so they're definitely going to be working on it to get, those last couple of cars back on the lead lap. And, that's going to be really hard from seeing their family settle down, starting to go green flag around, which is pretty nice to see here.
Yeah, definitely. As Kerfan, I believe, is going to be coming back with 1 lap. So he's going to be 1 lap down with these guys. With what we've seen, especially on cold tires, they get out here, cold tire, cold track. Guys, your tires, I know it's a double-edged sword, but your tires need friction and heat to work properly. There's just a threshold there you don't go past. But this is what we're going to see. We're going to see if these cold tires are going to affect anything, as the lucky dog at the 99 jukes like he's going to go in, but decides not to. Did Chicano have a penalty? Is that why he went through again? No, he just spent a lot of time down pit road. 42 seconds, longest one in the group. Folks, a triple header tonight. We got Circle B Diecast Super Speedway Racing going on. You can head back to our page, check that out if you're so inclined. Hey, open up both windows. See the short track, see the long track as they do what they need to do. As well as tonight, we have a suicide awareness, mental health awareness race going on at 9 Central that, Emily, I believe you're going to be taking part in. You there, Emily?
Oh, yep, sorry about that. Yeah, we still got about a half an hour till that starts, so still got a half hour to be with you guys to watch this amazing race tonight.
Definitely. So that one's it's gonna be a good one. I'm excited. I know that these guys are excited to get this Richmond race going. So Charles Whitehead in the 8 machine is actually going to be leading us around. Gonna have some extra air to those tires. That's definitely gonna keep them cool as he's running a modified. In front of him is Ayers. I'm sorry. Sizemore and Noah Owens, who are going to be racing their way around with the wave around.
And can I mention, here, with having, being a modified, it really doesn't affect anything as long as you still have your RPM the same. Really, at this track, you don't need aero.
Yeah, that front arrow's going to help you kind of dive into your turns, but the way that you can run this track on the high line, and if that rear diffuser is still good to go, you've got a good amount of rear downforce to help you out. So here we go. We're going to see how it works out for the number 8 machine. Because they're going to get going.
Ooh.
Green flag is out. Possibly a bad restart. There it is. Ooh. The 8 machine into the infield wall. Jeremy Richmond and Chris Hupka now going to be battling out for the lead position. No flag is going to be thrown. They didn't throw one for Wheeler. They're not going to throw one for the number 8.
And that's going to be rough for that number 8. I mean, at least I believe he got a lap left, so that's going to push it out so he gets some points from this race.
Yeah.
As the 31 and 98 go side by side, plus the 34 and 25, I mean, they're keeping it clean, keeping it out there, and I mean, really side by side action is lovely out here. Seeing them be able to keep that line, be able to move, be able to pass, just keeping the action going tonight.
Yeah, I'd like to see it. Good for them. As here we go, folks. It's happening. They're racing up front. Of course, I want to shout out Jones Setup Shops there, the setup shop that's partnered with us here at Sim Racing Media. Guys, if you're going to get your setups from anywhere, you know, whether you go to McConey, whether you go to any of these other guys, try them all out, see what's good for you. I'm telling you, the Jones Racing setups are one of the best budget setups you can find on the service. Chris Hupka, however, running 22.39 here. That's one of the faster times I've heard. But guys, give Jones Racing setups a shot, a chance.
Oh yeah,
because they do give out one free setup a week, so you can check them out, see if you like them, and go from there.
I mean, I'm loving their setup for Martinsville this week. I ran the truck today. I think I ran a 19.4 or something there. So that just shows how fast their setups can be.
Definitely. As Brock Whitehead makes the pass on Chris Hupka, but Chris holding that top line. We've seen that that's something that they can do as long as he... Oh, pinching the 98 of Jeremy Richmond just a little bit. Doesn't want to lose too many spots. He's going to go down there and... make him hold his line. That's a risky move as the 34 comes in. As we are on lap 62 of 200, and the top 5 is battling like it is the last lap. We love to see it.
Ooh, and a tap from the 25 to the 98. Just probably a little love tap saying, hey, you know, I'm there. Just trying to get past you.
Yeah, and he paid for it. Alonzo Chicano gonna have to have another driver that he has to keep his eye on in Jeremy Richmond.
And that does bring up the caution.
Take a look here at just what happened there. 3 cars battling for second. The 25 gets in there just a little bit too deep on the 98 and then goes around.
Gets a little bit of help from the 34.
Yeah, I think he was out of it. He might have been done by that, but yeah, Joseph Matthews, take a look.
I mean, he did a really good job keeping it straight, though, keeping him from going into the wall.
Yeah, definitely. As you heard, he was out of it, doing the best he could. Folks, we're going to go ahead and go to a quick commercial break. Stick around for more of the Wicked Sim Racing, Ayers Racing, Paints 200 here on Esports Broadcasting Network.
You know that guy? The one who, just minutes before the green flag,
drivers that took time, all of them within 3.5 tenths of each other tonight is going to be a very closely competitive race.
As the field works its way out of the 3-4 complex, the only thing that's left to say is wipe the visor, adjust the 5-point safety harness, because race fans, it's showtime!
Amazing looking cars already. Green flag will fly.
Well, oh, they're wrecking! Well, one thing that you're going to see at this track that we haven't seen the last few weeks is a surface that's multi-group. I think this is the first multi-group surface we're going to have.
After an amazing race at Daytona, we now come to the left coast and Auto Club Speedway in Fontana, California for the second round of the Way She Goes Racing League Cup Series.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for sticking around. Of course, you saw there, Esports Broadcasting Network. We do it all, folks. If you go over to our website, simracingmedia.com, straight up, no ifs, ands, or buts. Head out our shop, see all the cool stuff we've got going on, and all our partners over there. So Brock Whitehead and Chris Hubka. Brock probably getting the warning from NASCAR. He's got to be behind that 36 car, as that was... NASCAR is definitely going to be taking a look at that restart, as now the 31 has found himself back into the top position.
Oh yeah, and I mean, really, the 25 comes down on the 31. I mean, really, it's close racing, it's aggressive racing, and I mean, we've seen that before. And really, I don't feel like you should be aggressive this early in the race. Do you, James?
Yeah, you know, it's one thing to come out and be aggressive, but what we're seeing is, and what we're going to have to start seeing, is these folks trying to work together, get a green flag run going. As Steven Ayers, there you see it, because if you get stuck on the bottom in that air, it's going to be bad for you. As we got Chris Wheeler now trying to make his way back up to the front with Alonzo Chicano. As two cars go wide above him, those are going to be wholesale spots if they can keep it clean. There we go. Chris Wheeler and Alonzo Chicano up to 5th past Jeremy Richmond. Up front, quite the battle going on. The 31, Brock Whitehead, trying to take on the 34 of Joseph Madigan. Chris Hubka just hanging out in the back. He doesn't want none of this business, as we've already seen the 31 and the 34 get together unintentionally. And you can see that battle in the background still going on with Chicano.
And again, I mean, we've seen Chris Hubka just chilling back there, waiting for them to burn those tires down, waiting for them to, you know, battle each other, burn them up, you know, possibly take them out so he can get up there first. And I mean, that's what he's probably waiting for.
Yeah, definitely. Richmond feels so fast until you're turned the wrong way looking at oncoming traffic. So these drivers up front, I know Brock is looking at his rearview mirror, seeing the 34 of Joseph Madigan. Same thing with Chris Wheeler and Alonzo Chicano. They're going to have to find a way to get past Steven Ayers if they have the speed to do so. As there we go, Chris takes it high again in the 62. That's going to be spots for both Alonzo and Chris, as now they've got to try and make their way up to Chris Hubka and the rest of them.
And can I mention, Chris Wheeler is going through this pack like it's butter. I mean, really, he's just showing them out there that he has the fastest car, he can push it, you know, and that's what he's doing right now.
Yeah, definitely. Up front, Brock Whitehead, Alonzo in 5th, another fan favorite. These guys running 38 of Chris Wheeler. As we take a look at their lap times, actually,
it looks like they're running consistent 22.6s going into not hit 23. So I mean, that just shows you that fastest time so far is a 22.3. So the leaders are only 0.3 off of what their fastest time is so far. So really not much fallout from what they had so far.
So as it, folks, we get rolling here. Sorry, I had my wife come in, ask me something, but Yeah, they're starting to get more spread out. The only two vehicles on the course that aren't spread out: Brock Whitehead and Joseph Madigan. And Chris is just waiting in the wings, waiting for something to happen with these guys.
I mean, really? Ooh, and the 38 and 25 get into it and collect 4 total cars together.
5.
5.
Almost 6. Let's see if we can get 6. Nope. Well, it was bound to happen, folks. The 38 and Alonzo Chicano on the 25 getting together. I don't know if that was the bad blood or what was going on, but we'll take a look.
38 getting loose again, it looks like. Yep, the 38 getting loose, getting into the 25 and collecting 5 other cars.
Lovely folks at home. Is that, folks, that was loose from entry. Take a look at this. 38, Chris Wheeler. He's been to the front, been to the back.
And I feel like we've seen that last time when he spun out, don't you?
Yeah, and it's just a hard save. And then, of course, gets the 25 just right.
I feel like we gave him the broadcasters first tonight.
Yeah, definitely. Is then I think the 99 of Kerfan, I'm sorry, that Jeremy Richmond was just done with the race at that point.
Yeah, I mean, out here it's rough for these drivers. The 38's having a rough night, it looks like. As we have, I believe, 3 drivers going down pit road. Chris Wheeler, Steven, and Ryan Sizemore going down pit road. So that's gonna move them back and put Brock Whitehead in the lead with Justin Madigan following in second. Third, Chris Hubka again. Sitting back there watching them, battle out up there so we can possibly get up there. Then going into fourth, Charles Whitehead, running the top 5 of Alonzo.
Yeah, and then Kerfan in the 99, he's going to take his fast repair. Chris Wheeler, looks like there's a fast repair there. I'm going to try and find out for you folks. Steven Ayers, I don't believe he has one. Ryan Sizemore, the number 3, looking like he may have used his fast repair. Maybe coming in through a closed pit road is what was going. Nope, no fast repair on that. That front end is pretty damaged.
And it looks like the 78 didn't take a fast repair either.
Oh, so let's keep an eye on these guys, folks. Keep an eye on all these drivers. Is the 81 and the lap 81 of 200. A lot of these guys needing some help. So we actually have Jeremy Richmond. Jeremy, my kids are watching. Tell us about what's going on.
Well, hi to your kids.
That's my cute way of saying PG-13 at least.
Exactly. I hope they're enjoying the Wreck Fest.
Yo, it's good. So Jeremy, tell me about what was going on with these cars and how loose they are tonight.
They're definitely 100% fine. It's overdriving. The setup that they did was Michael Conti's that he won in the Coca-Cola series, and it is all about finesse and just maximizing. Well, I wouldn't say maximizing. It's all about optimal lap time throughout a run. So you gotta be easy at the beginning because it's on the track's ice on new tires, and you just gotta. I don't know. I've ran it all week, no problems, and then I've gotten wrecked out 3 straight races. Not of my doing, and I don't know. I don't know what else to say.
Yeah, well, I mean, all things considered, I know it sucks getting wrecked out, but not a bad points night for you. You got a top 10 finish because of the low car count this week. So maybe rolling into next week at Charlotte, you can try and salvage a season.
I mean, I love the guys in here. I've raced with Sizemore and for many years. I mean, dating back to the Xbox, but no offense to them. My drivers for JKRM stay, try to keep going, but I'm going to be looking for another next gen league for Friday nights. So this will be my last one.
Well,
I put way too much work into this, and I got too many sponsors, and I practice weekly to not put on a good show like I know I can do. So I think some of the drivers just need to calm down. If it has potential, I'm just not going to stick around. I do this for fun, so I'm going to go try to have fun somewhere else.
all right, Jeremy. Hopefully they can show us the rest of the race that they're able to make it happen, sir. But good luck.
Yeah, I wish them all the best. I'm not trying to dog the league or any of that. I don't want them to think that, but I've got to do what I got to do, and that's pretty much what it is. My team will still be here and trying, to make the league, and they'll keep me up to date on what's going on, and never know. I might come back if it's my drivers like Kerfan and stuff. They tell me it's good, but we just drive a little differently, and it doesn't fit us.
Well, Jeremy, good luck moving forward, man.
Have a good one. Thanks.
There you have it, folks. As they are rolling here, Joseph Madigan there in first, Brock Whitehead second, Alonzo Chicano in third. Trying to work on Brock. Remember, these guys got into it a little bit earlier. I wonder what's going to come of that. As Brock's fighting for the lead, Alonzo coming in for second. And they're side by side. Fireworks incoming, folks.
Ooh, I saw him get a little bit loose there, didn't you?
Yeah, it is this. Like they said, you got to work into this setup. So something to think about there. Is they're almost 3 wide for the lead as the 34 takes it wide. Alonzo Chicano going to have it on the bottom. Joseph Madigan just barely edging out this time around, but I don't think he's going to be able to hold him as Alonzo just has to come up and take that spot. He will do so. Emily, I know you got to get going. I appreciate the heck out of you for joining me. I got it from here.
Alright, you guys have a great night, and I'll probably see you guys next week if I'm allowed to hop in the booth and might cause some trouble.
Allowed. This is your show. This is your show,
right.
Emily. I'll have you back any Friday of the week.
Alright, you guys have a wonderful night.
I'll see you, Emily. Alright, that was Emily Uris here. Did I get it right that time?
Close. Urious.
Urious. Like furious.
It's the I with the slanted dot.
Okay. Like furious. Urious. Alright.
Yep.
That was Emily Urious. We appreciate the heck out of her. Appreciate you for coming in. Here we go. Joseph Madigan now going to be coming to the second as Alonzo Chicano has stepped it out. In the open field, this car gets under its own as Brock Whitehead gets by the high side of the 34, and Kerfan just trying to find his way in a spot, but these cars are loose in front of him. Oh, as the 34 gets in the wall, the 99 right when he goes to back him up. That's not going to be helpful as they are all over the track, folks. Lap 93 up 200. Got a stage break coming at the 100 mark. So coming into lap 101 is when that stage break will be thrown. Joseph Madigan just trying to hold it together, and Alonzo Chicano has taken this opportunity to get gone. He is 2 seconds gapped on Brock Whitehead. Then we got Joseph Madigan, of course, and Chris Hupka in 5th position, as he was running really well. Not sure what was going on with that machine. Hopefully just trying to let these guys up front battle it out as Whitehead and Kerfan now side by side for second. As you see there, Kerfan up 6 positions so far. I know he won, I believe he won Daytona. I'm not 100% sure. My memory is horrible for medical reasons, but Alexander Kerfan going to have to hold off Brock Whitehead, who has been up here a lot, just trying to kind of prove that he deserves to be there in a sense. He's been sent to the back a couple times. He actually went a lap down. So went a lap down, trying to recover from that. Oh, as the 33 just gets absolutely sideways. Not sure what was going on with the league patriarch there. let's take a look. Flag. So it looks like that all started when Ryan Sizemore got into the wall and then just was unable to save it from there on out. Very unfortunate for the 3 machine as the 28 nowhere to go. Thought he was going to be out of the way. The 38, I'm sorry, but nothing doing there. So folks, we're going to take another ad break as we got another caution here, and this is going to take us to the stage break. So folks, stick around, support the guys who support the league.
Drivers that took time, all of them within 3.5 tenths of each other tonight is going to be a very closely competitive race.
As the field works its way out of the 3-4 complex, the only thing that's left to say is wipe the visor, adjust the 5-point safety harness, because race fans, it's showtime!
Some amazing looking cars already. Green flag will fly.
Well, oh, the wreck-it! Well, one thing that you're going to see at this track that we haven't seen the last few weeks is a surface that's multi-group. I think this is the first multi-group surface we're going to have.
After an amazing race at Daytona, we now come to the West Coast and Auto Club Speedway in Fontana, California for the second round of the Way She Goes Racing League Cup Series.
With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back here with only 101 laps down and 99 left to go. Alexander Kerfan has the lead, but what do you say we bring in our stage winner, Alonzo, Chicano. Alonzo, tell us about that car and what you're thinking.
Yeah, I just gotta find this magnet inside this car that's attracting all these drivers getting into me. But no, I mean, we started out the race with the bonehead move, and it's just been a bad move after bad move from other people as well. Just a lot of people making mistakes. There's a very tough setup here in this track. It's very, very loose, and most people were either overdriving or underdriving. I was overdriving it for a little bit, but I feel like I got it figured out now.
Definitely. Well, I'll let you go with the one to go. Congratulations on the stage 2 win, and hopefully we'll see you up there.
Alright, I hope so. Thank you guys.
That was Alonzo Chicano with Radius Racing telling us about his move earlier, and then there on forth what has happened is Alexander Kerfan has now got his way to run with the 3 car, not getting a good jump. The 31 of Brock Whitehead not happy about it. He's still locked onto the 3 cars. He's going to come down midway. That checkup hurt everybody on the top line, as that's what has been the story of the race, folks. Mistakes. As we're 3 wide here, everybody hoping to hold it down. The 3 car of Ryan Sizemore gets out of the way, doesn't want nothing to do with it. As Joseph Madigan saves the car. But you heard it, folks, mistakes, and that's going to happen. The league's young. The league is working on its first couple races. Everybody's got to find out how each other drives. Got to find out the new car. So there's a lot going on, folks. Give it credit where credit is due. But what I will say is you guys in the chat are really the people behind this. You guys and gals, we appreciate the heck out of you. Also appreciate all our sponsors here for Wicked Sim Racing, including Eclipse Photography. Appreciate them. So I'm telling you, need a photo done, whether it's in iRacing or in the real life, go to an actual photographer. You don't know what you're missing. Your phone does not capture everything that these high-dollar cameras do. Your Windows screenshot definitely doesn't either if it's iRacing. So definitely go out and support those photographers. As Kerfan still trying to hold off Alonzo Chicano. Alonzo has been really fast in the long run as he's actually, Alexander Kerfan stayed out last time. So last got tires on lap 78. We're going to see if that bites him in the butt as Chris Wheeler now going to pass. A little bit farther back, coming across the line. Brock Whitehead and Joseph Madigan coming up on the slower car of Kerfan. Hopefully he can make it stick down there. Chris Hupka currently running 6th. I think he's the only driver so far to stay clean. Even Ayers in the 62 just kind of come out there and run laps on that car, try to get some more points. Ryan Sizemore battling with Charles Whitehead. They are just hanging back. Up front, Alonzo has again got out front and kept it about half a second in front of Wheeler, who has also led a bunch of laps. So this is probably 1-2 of those that have led the most laps in the race. Joseph Madigan, Alexander Kerfan. Alexander still dropping back on the old tires. We take a look at their time delta. Really getting the advantage. There we go. To Madigan. Because overall, he's just much faster here. So again, ladies and gentlemen, let me know who you are watching so I can give them a little bit extra screen time. It's not hard here as Brock Whitehead hits the inside. He's going to try and come back up. That's going to cost him a couple positions. You won't want to miss us next week, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to Charlotte, North Carolina. That is going to be next Friday, same time, same place here on Esports Broadcasting Network. You can also catch Circle B Diecast Series on Friday. We got races. We stay off on Saturday to let our guys kind of have a guaranteed night off. Only take one shots. But if you want to schedule a one-shot race or a one-time charity race or something, let us know. That's what we like doing for you guys on Saturdays. Then on Sundays, that's when we have 4 races on Sunday. So starting at 3:30 Eastern with the Formula 1 car in the Mercedes, and ending with Sunday Night NASCAR. You can catch racing all day there if you get bored or need something to watch. Monday night, got a couple shows Monday. Tuesday, all the way through. Tuesday we have a really great show with the Western Coast West Coast Racing League, as they are absolutely a good group of guys to get in with. Western States, I don't know why. Maybe I just had a stroke. Western States Racing League. One of the oldest racing groups on the platform. Check them out Tuesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern. As folks, this race heating up, Alonzo Chicano and Chris Wheeler. This is about the only two people that have not gotten into it together over the race, so hopefully they can race really cleanly with each other, as Alonzo really defending that bottom line, as we've had the longest green flag run we've had here at 19 laps, as we're on lap 119 of 200, and they are still side by side for the lead. Chicano trying to hold off Wheeler. Got him pinched down there, but that's not gonna hurt him, as now Wheeler is gonna take one more lap around to clear, and then he will have the Celsius 25 through turn 1. But he's gonna open the door for the Kyle Larson line as Chicano expertly cuts the end of that turn down. Now he's gonna fly into third. And if you're Chris Wheeler, Alonzo, you gotta forget what happened at the beginning of the race, because Alonzo has been absolutely magnifique at coming down and slamming it into these turns and staying on the bottom. Brock Whitehead having some issue with the 8 machine, but he's gonna get back to going. But every single time that he does this, every single time that Alonzo throws it in there and asks that right front to do a lot of work, he's wearing out that tire just a little bit more. It's been about 4 laps that he's asked it to do so. So, gotta be careful. Gotta try and race for the long haul here. As Chris on fresh tires. It looks like Alonzo may have only taken rights last time around. There we go. We're seeing it. Joseph Madigan, that has given him the opportunity to come back in and get into this thing. The 34 machine up 4 positions, started in 7th. Kerfan just trying to hold on. This is where the battle is, folks. Let's go ahead and run a turn. There you go, folks. Brock Whitehead going to bring out the caution this time around. So what's going on with that? Coming off a 2, it's just a dangerous part of the track, and then noses it into the inside wall. Gets it back going again. That's going to bring just about everybody down. Chris Wheeler going to stay out. Alonzo Chicano coming in. Alexander Kerfan, Chris Hupka, Steve Ayers, Charles Whitehead, Ryan Sizemore, and Brock Whitehead coming down this time around. You see Noah Owens taking the lucky dog. Got some work to do, down about 14 positions. Or I'm sorry, 14 laps. As the yellow flag is out, folks, I'm going to keep the start up going. Keep an eye down pit road. Alright, guys. Pace lights are off. That Mustang's going to take a dip hard down pit lane, and Chris Wheeler is going to have the button one more time. There he goes. Green flag is out as Joseph Madigan gets a huge run on the outside. Inside prevails still, though. Chris Wheeler able to hold off. Alonzo Chicano trying to make his way back up there. Farther down, Alexander Kerfan, Charles Whitehead, Ryan Sizemore, Steve Akers, and Chris Pubka, who's found himself a lap down. Not really sure what's going on with that. There is no damage on that machine other than just a tiny bit on the rear view. But Joseph Madigan working on Chris Wheeler. Alonzo Chicano trying to hang out in the background. That's not what he's known for, so he's going to try and dip down and cut into the 38 right in that left rear, get a little bit of an arrow push. Now he's going for the lead, third to first, 2 for 1 special. See if he can get it coming out of 2. The 38 goes wide. I think he's going to get it and gets into the wall. Chris Wheeler does, so Alexander Kerfan trying to follow in Alonzo's footsteps. Nothing doing though, folks. He's going to be stuck there. Wild battle, you wouldn't know that there's only 9 cars on the track, as these guys up front, they do not care. They've got nothing to lose. Worst case, they crash out, still get a top 10, still get some super good points. As Ryan Sizemore has cut it back. Hopefully he can get that out of the way, as he will. So no caution, thankfully. Alonzo Chicano trying to step it out on Chris Wheeler and Joseph Madigan. Kerfan trying to get his number up there in the 99 machine. As there was a car down low. The 88 of Noah Owens almost comes back up into the field. So Alonzo checking out 1.3's got him gapped. Now the only battle in the top 5, Kerfan and Chris Wheeler. Again, folks, if you are watching, appreciate the heck out of you. Make sure you hit that, first of all, hit that like button. Appreciate that. And then, I want you to go ahead and be sure to subscribe to our page. We got racing all over the week. And pretty much you throw a dart at an evening and we have a race going. And then chat. Let me know what's going on in your life. What are you thinking of the cautions? What do you think these drivers need to do? Would you do any better? I know I would not. I would be one of these guys in the back. But it is good, those that showed up this week to race. Appreciate all those OGs who just come out, turn laps, and run clean. After all, that's what it's all about. We're here to have fun, have a good time. $60 laps left to go, folks. Alonzo Chicano trying to make the difference. He's about a second and a half in front of Kerfan, who is now able to be in the open air. Back there, Chris Wheeler into the wall again on the right side. All the damage from off these exits. Madigan there gets himself into the wall a little bit. Steve Ayers has been all over the field in first 10, but he's been in a really good Charles Whitehead 6th. Ryan Sizemore and Chris Hubka. Ryan gonna be the one now. Goes a lap down and he's fighting for a left down spot. Alonzo's officially hit lap traffic. There's 6 cars on the lead lap right now. A little bit of a battle here for third. Joseph Agnew, Wheeler. Ayers trying to poke his head in. No Toyotas on the track right now. There's the story. Toyota deciding not to show up. But 2 Chevys are leading us around. Joseph Agnew, Chris Wheeler, Steven Ayers. Like to appreciate your close photography. Don't set up shop. All the sponsors around here. Always doing the best they can do for us. Folks, we're going to keep an eye on this battle and try and turn it up one more time. Hopefully these guys can not looking like they're going to have to do any green flag pit stops, but Ryan Sizemore coming in. Here it is, Ayers and 38 of Chris Wheeler battling for third. We'll turn it up. folks. We're on board with Steven Ayers trying to get past Joseph Madigan for third place. They've got about a 7-second gap up to Kerfan in second place, who's got about 2 seconds to Chicano. Now, a lot could happen here, folks. We got about 46 laps left to go. Now, Chicano just hoping this thing goes green and he's able to keep that gap over Kerfan. Both of them came in at the same time, so if there is going to be a pit stop happening, they both are going to be follow the leader. You don't want to stay out too late, especially with the times. We're not seeing too much of a gap, about 0.5 seconds on the undercut, I'm sorry. As consistently, Chicano is getting Kerfan on his lap times. Ayers, fourth. Whitehead decides to come down pit road. As Chris Hupka now has the advantage on the Lucky Dog, so keep an eye on Hupka, because he's going to be the Lucky Dog candidate. So what a show Alonzo is putting on. Let's go into the car here. Trying to see just what we're doing. Let's try and take it easy. See a little bit of a wiggle out of that number 25 machine. Just get in his groove. That's what you got to do here at these racetracks. You got to get your groove. You got to come out and know what you're doing and what you're trying to do. Especially right now, Alonzo is still up 25, up 2.5 seconds on Kerfan. Kerfan's got about 8.5 seconds back to Madigan. Ayers about right there with Madigan. Wheeler 2 seconds back, and then that's it for the lead lap cars. Hupka is about to pass Madigan, so Hupka maybe hoping that he can find a little bit of something. Maybe a yellow flag thrown his way, so he's going to be able to get that machine through the Lucky Dog back on the lead lap, because he's got speed. Catching up with Madigan right now. Or Wheeler, I'm sorry. Remember, Chris Wheeler led a majority of the laps in the first and second stages. Or the first stage at the very least. So him able to stay in there really shows you what's going on with that. Noah Owens works as a lap car. Again, folks, appreciate you watching here at Esports Broadcasting Network. Check the description. You can get all the fun links you need there, including our website. Go check out simracing.com. Any cool stuff upcoming on it. Ryan Sizemore, or Noah Owens, now starting to work on Chris Wheeler as a lap car as he's trying to get his laps back. Running at 2:39, a lot quicker than Wheeler. I think if you're Wheeler, you just let him go. I mean, there's no reason to battle somebody. Stay out of the wall, let everybody go. You got 25 seconds back. The next driver, the driver in 6th place is Chris Hupka, and he is a lap down the Wheeler. So nothing to worry about really there. Take it easy, keep the car clean, do what you gotta do. Pretty much all these drivers, that's really all they gotta do. Nobody is at risk other than Joseph Madigan and Steven Ayers. These are the only two cars even near each other. And Madigan might have to pit. Hopefully not a mechanical issue for Alonzo. As the 25 machine has been having a heck of a run, up 3.5 seconds on Kerfan. I don't hear any saving going on, so I don't think we're going to have a fuel issue. Chris Wheeler decided to come down pit road. Maybe he needed something. Now that's going to give Hupka the opportunity to get another spot here if he can get by Wheeler. Wheeler coming down pit road just as fast as he can. Depending on what kind of service Wheeler gets here from the first pit spot, that's going to give Hupka the opportunity to come around and steal a spot from him. Pit strategy, ladies and gentlemen, that's what it is. Chris Hupka going to take the 5th spot away from Chris Wheeler, as Chris was not going to make it, decides to come down and get tires and fuel. Before we leave, we're going to give you one more ad break. Not really to shove ads down your throat, really to give myself a break. But folks, stick around. To appreciate the sponsors for the Wicked Sim Racing Cup Series. Of course, McConey Setup Shop, one of the oldest in the business when first I heard it. Had a really good shop over there, as well as Eclipse Photography. Appreciate what they're doing. Steven Ayers is rocking the paint for our title sponsor of the night, Ayers iRacing Paint. And that 62 machine looking really smooth with that purple to blue, the purple gradient. I'm liking what I'm seeing there. As well as blues at race design. All those guys out there appreciate that kind of news. So 23 laps left in this thing, folks. Just to do a rundown for you. Alonzo Chicano. Someone who has had a fast car, fast driver all season long. He came out here to prove it. 3.9 second gap on the second place driver, Alexander Kerfan. Even Ayers, of course. Ayers iRacing paints and Jedi prints photo booths. That's pretty sweet. Chesterfield running third. Chris Hupka. So yeah, I read that right. Chris Hupka, the only driver is in 4th place right now. Has not came down pit road. He's got some fast tires coming up to him and Joseph Madigan, but not there yet. Chris has started this run a lap down. Now he's sitting in 4th. Still a lap down, but not a bad points day for him. He's going to be running a charity event, a domestic abuse awareness, stop domestic violence. And it's very important. It's a bit, I have no idea that this stuff goes on, folks, until it's too late. So this race doing a really good job getting that out there. Know the signs. Go on Google, check out signs of domestic abuse. Keep an eye on your people there. See something, say something. Having a race Sunday, April 10th. Session's going to open 6 p.m. at Central Time. 100 laps at Michigan International Speedway. So get your buy-in right now, folks. Holler at Chris Hupka if you're interested in joining that event for a great cause. That is the Stop Domestic Violence 200 money race. Over $150 in prizes. So if you're interested, let us know. We can pick you up. Chris Hupka. Joseph Madigan, 34th, trying to run down Hupka as he's got the freshest tires on the field. Just put down a 22.30, which is his personal fastest time in that Marine Grit products. Sergeant Grit Marine products. Pretty slick paint job there. He is flying up the Hupka. It's going to be the battle we're watching with 17 laps to go, I'm sure. Chris Wheeler in the 6th machine. Also trying to run down Chris Hupka and Joseph Madigan. Noah Owens currently sitting in pit road. Owner of Blue Motorsports. Charles Whitehead, Ryan Sizemore, Brock Whitehead, Jeremy Richmond, and Robert Zachary Derrick have called it a night, ladies and gentlemen. Because there it is, the pass on Chris Hupka, Joseph Madigan. Nothing doing there as he's now trying to get his lap back from Alonzo Chicano in the 25. Able to do so without any issue at all. As now we're starting to see the fall off. About a second. As Alexander is now about to lap 3rd place. Alonzo Chicano has just lapped the 3rd place driver of Stephen Ayers Jr. Absolutely phenomenal speed on display here from Alonzo. So 13 laps left to go. It's all but a foregone conclusion that at least Alonzo and Alexander will be the only ones in contention for this, as everybody else is a lap down. Alonzo is about 6 seconds ahead of Alexander Kerfan. Seems like Alonzo, I don't think he's saving fuel, but he's also not pushing as hard as he can. There's no reason to. Got about a 6-second gap with 11 laps to go. If my math is correct, folks, better not get up to go get some popcorn because we got about 5 minutes of racing left, and then Alonzo's going to be calling it, getting himself a win. Not if Kerfan has anything to say about it. Stephen Ayers about 25 seconds back. He is a lap car. Hupka sitting in 5th. So barring something super unforeseen, folks, and again, I haven't been on the track. I don't know what our lap times are looking like. Hopefully Alonzo doesn't Kyle Larson this and come across the line with no fuel with 1 to go and ends up having to give the win away. Doesn't seem like he's too worried about it, folks, so I'm not either. Go ahead and get your chats in. Tell us who you think is going to win this thing. Hey, I'll give you 3 guesses and the first 2 don't count. As Kerfan sitting back, out Stephen Ayers in 3rd, Joseph Madigan in 4th, Chris Hubka working on the 62 of Stephen Ayers to get for bragging rights there. Chris Wheeler in 6th. Noah Owens currently sitting in the pits, and then that's going to be it. So it's on the track right now. Everybody else is put in the hauler. Try to make it to next week at Charlotte Motor Speedway. It's going to be a good one then, folks. The red, white, blue race that Charlotte usually is. You're not going to want to miss the paint schemes that these guys come up with. Speaking of Stephen Ayers, one of those who's going to be bringing his best in the Ayers iRacing paints 62 machine. If you're watching real life NASCAR, you excited about them being at the Paperclip tomorrow. Dale Earnhardt Jr. actually raced tonight. I haven't seen how that goes, so don't spoil it for me. In the Xfinity series. And then next week, it's my favorite week in all of NASCAR. They'll be heading to Bristol Dirt. Excited about it. Excited to see them be able to get up there and make some adjustments to that car, give us some good racing. Hopefully that goes so well they put Eldora on there. So ladies and gentlemen, popsicle sticks in the air for Alonzo, Chicano, Alexander Kerfan, about 6 seconds behind. Stephen Ayers way outside of position there, 21 seconds back. Alonzo is going to get the 1 to go here very shortly as he comes down the backstretch. Just got to be smooth from here on out as he's had this race since about 40 laps to go. There we go, white flag in the air. Only one more time around, folks. As we go on board, as Chicano is going to take the checkered flag in a runaway victory. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Alonzo Chicano taking the dub. Kerfan coming across the line in 2nd. And then everyone else, I believe, is going to be locked in as they were lapped. Now it's all up to Alonzo to hit that burnout that he's earned tonight. I mean, after coming back from a lap 1 incident, having to go to the repair, the backup car, to be able to come out and have a run like that, absolutely fantastic job by the 25 machine. Because gonna park it up there, right up next to the fans. Get a good show. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. As we have our 3rd place finisher in here, Steven. Man, congratulations on hanging in there and getting you a 3rd place finish.
Thank you so much. Sorry, my button wasn't programmed.
You know, if I had a nickel, even so, no worries there, brother. But sponsored the race, able to get a podium. Tell us about the race car and just how hard it was to keep up there in the end.
Yeah, definitely. I got caught up in a lot of the stuff at the beginning. Um, wasn't great for me. I didn't think I was going to pull it off. But super loose for me. But through some strategy, through pits and everything, I was able to pull it off.
Definitely. Well, again, congratulations getting that Ford there in third place. So tell me a little bit about Ayers iRacing Paints.
Definitely. We are just a one-man show. I do all the stuff myself. Done paints for Ryan Sizemore. That's how I got introduced to this league. Um, did the logo for the league. So I do paints. I do logos. Just starting 3D rendering right now.
Very cool. Well, Steven, I know good luck. I'm sure you're going to bring your breast to Charlotte next week.
I'm gonna try. I don't know if I'll be here. I'm just running this part time right now. Um, just depending week by week if I'm gonna be racing. I didn't even think I was gonna be here tonight.
Definitely. Well, I'm glad you came, able to get a top 3 finish, man. Congratulations, and hopefully we'll talk to you again next week.
Thanks, and just I want to thank Ryan Sizemore, Noah Owens putting the league on, and you guys for the broadcast.
That was Steven Ayers Jr. finishing third place. Next, we have Alexander Kerfan. Alex, just a great. I hope I can call you Alex. My bad there.
Yeah, no problem.
But man, congratulations. I know you were up there with Alonzo for a little bit, and then it just got away from you. Tell us about the attrition of this race and just what it took to stay in it and stay motivated.
Yeah, man, I thought I was out of it at the end. It was I got involved in some pretty early wrecks and trying to preserve my fast repair for as long as I could. And one of the times I came down the pit road, I accidentally ended up using my fast repair. So I was playing it really cautious for the first half of the race, trying to make smart, clean moves. Ended up getting into Ryan Sizemore a bit. I apologize to him for that again. But yeah, people were dropping like flies, wrecks left and right. It seemed to calm down a bit after the first half was over, just because people's fast repairs were gone. But yeah, I'm definitely blessed to have been able to make it to the end for sure.
Definitely. Well, Alexander, it's getting late here, man. I know I've talked to you a couple times. Hopefully, I'll talk to you next week. How you feeling about Charlotte?
Yeah, Charlotte's historically been a nice track to me. I really like mile and a half tracks. Um, Short tracks, they can be a little iffy for me, but when I get a run going, I can make a good result out of it, and I feel like I was able to do that today. It definitely good to back up the points for next week.
Definitely. Well, sir, again, man, congratulations. Who you want to shout out? Who got you there?
Yeah, I'd like to thank my friends and family who like to watch this. Always cool of them to support me and the whole league. Like to thank Jeremy for letting me race on JKR. He's a great guy. Can be a little passionate sometimes, but it's all part of racing. He loves the sport. Like to thank all my teammates. They're great people. JR's Mobile Detailing, Serenity Sun Tanning, Kerfan's Market, Bam Auto, Colossian Creative. There's a few more, but you know I love you.
Definitely doing something right there, man. So, again, man, congratulations, and hopefully we'll talk to you again next week, and you can get them written down and get them to me.
All right, thank you.
All right, next we have our race winner, Alonzo. Chicano, I talked to you a little bit there at the first stage break and the second. Man, congratulations on the win.
Thank you. Really appreciate that. It was a tough one. I don't think I felt this tired after a race in a very long time. It was very physical. Um, just to have the car under control lap after lap.
It definitely. So you talk about keeping the car under control. I know it was a hard setup, but once it came into itself, you were out and gone, lapped everybody up to third place. Was the long run the key there?
Yeah, it just felt like I was like looking at everybody and the way they were like what line they were running, and I just feel like I was just more consistent. really hitting my marks. And even though, like the car wanted to spin out like every single lap, I was constantly like, searching for, um, to hit my marks at the like around the different corners. And I don't know, I just felt like the difference was that I was just more consistent compared to everybody else. Like saw like a lot of people just um taking it way high and overdriving and underdriving. I was making mistakes too, especially early on, but I feel like the difference was just making less mistakes.
Yeah, definitely. I know the first couple laps there, you dove it in real hard, and that right front could not keep up. But I saw later on as the runs went on, that right front actually got stronger, and you didn't do anything different, but it was able to catch. Um, did you notice that as well?
Yeah, for sure. I'm also on a new wheel. I just recently switched from the G29 to the CSLDD, and it's getting some taking some getting used to for sure. These load cell brakes are very very hard, and definitely it showed my inexperience with this setup on lap one. Just because I feel like if I had more experience on there, I definitely taken it three wide and probably could have braked soon enough or hard enough to make that move work. But it was just a little bit too risky and way too early on for to make a move like that for my part. So it's a big mistake for me, but you know, uh, learning every single lap and making the best of it.
Definitely. So you got to win on the new pedals and wheels. So I guess that's a glowing review. But Alonzo, tell us who you got on the 25 Chevy and who you want to shout out.
Yeah, huge thanks to Radius Racing, Celsius, Grid Network, and the Pits News. Everyone who supports this team. I'd like to thank my girlfriend who is here supporting me. Um, Shout out to Fanatic for making the CSLDD. It's a great wheel. But thank you guys as well for broadcasting.
Definitely. We love doing it, man. Well, again, man, it's good talking to you. Hopefully, we will get you back next week at Charlotte. That's where that break and wheel will really get set in.
Look forward to it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was Alonzo Chicano going over the race results. This one's going to be a quick one. We'll get you out of here. Alonzo Chicano coming in first. Alexander Kerfan in second. Stephen Ayers in third. Joseph Madigan fourth. Chris Hubka rounding out in fifth. Chris Wheeler there in sixth. Noah Owens in seventh. Charles Whitehead in eighth. Ryan Sizemore in ninth. Brock Whitehead in 10th. Jeremy Richmond in 11th. And Robert Derrick in 12th. So, folks, appreciate the heck out of you coming by. I'm going to go catch what sleep I can. Hopefully you guys do the same before we have an awesome day tomorrow. And guys, as always, hopefully we'll talk to you next week.